Look at these faces. Look at the passion in their eyes. The way they are holding each other. The neck veins. The tears. There has to be something special and different about this song because they are screaming it as if they're going to a war and it might be their last time singing it. Actually, it's hard to believe that they are just sports teams lined up before a football or rugby match. But what's the magic of this piece of song? We human beings love passion. Passion makes us seem powerful, ambitious, and exciting to be around. When people get a sense of how pumped you are about the things you love to do, it pulls them towards you. And that's exactly why, when this happens, it storms through the news and social media. And of course, starts winning hearts. Over the past few years, scenes like this have become a signature for Italy, and they kind of sum up everything really well. When Italians are in a tournament, they steal attentions and make it to the headlines even before they start playing. In fact, they are more like a rock band on a singing tour, screaming out their anthem in one city after another, just as they did in the recent Euro 2020 across Europe, all the way from Rome to London. And it's not about a specific player or even a specific team. Anyone with just a blue shirt with Italy badge on chest will belt out the anthem. And it's really interesting that sometimes even their fans do it better. Watching this so-called Azeri band, you feel that these groups of men or women will give their everything for victory, as they are roaring in their opponents' faces that we are ready to die for Italy. And you don't really need to know the lyrics. The level of passion beside rousing rhythm is gonna give you goosebumps. You might have even loved to be able to sing along, and if you didn't know which side to pick, congratulations, now you probably have won. But why Italy and no one else? Well, first of all, they are Italians.
Hey, how you guys doing?
I mean, what did you expect? To whisper their national anthem? Can you even imagine this man or this one whispering something? It's part of their culture, the body language and being so passionate and loud.
You don't do like this to me, okay? That you have no... You know what it means, no? It's enough. I told you to enough is enough.
They scream at movies, they scream at supermarkets, while having press conferences or while buying tomatoes. They can argue with referee for hours over a corner kick or a yellow card in the World Cup final or in a simple friendly match. They just love it, and they love it in literally every situation. Actually, you wouldn't be much surprised by their anthem performance if you had once attended a typical Italian family dinner. I'm sure you Italian friends out there could fully understand what your compatriots were saying without really hearing them. Especially this one from Giovanni Trapattoni during his time at Bayern Munich while he's trying to speak broken German with his thick Italian body language. Anyway, Leonardo Bonucci screaming out the national anthem alongside his teammates has become a real trademark of Italy in recent years. While it's really a shame that we probably won't be able to see Gigi Buffon singing it with his closed eyes ever again. Italian national anthem was written by a 19-year-old poet and patriot called Goffredo Mameli, while Italy was struggling for unity and independence in first days of Italy's unification wars, or Risorgimento. And it's basically a call to the people of Italy to join up the arms and fight for a united Italy. As in its peak, it says, "We are ready to die for Italy." It is full of cultural and historical references, which makes it a little ambiguous, especially for outsiders. But here we're not gonna talk about the meaning, as it needs kinda decoding for non-Italians, but Mameli's text is definitely one of the main reasons behind the brilliance of this hymn, but at the same time, it can't be the main reason. Because when you look back in time, you rarely see such passion toward this anthem. Have a look at this one from 1988, where they barely even whispered the song. The performance has kinda refined itself and got better and better over the time. But since the 80s, the meaning and the lyrics haven't changed. Also, Italians haven't changed a lot. So, what changed? What is the main reason behind this shift? It has to be something cumulative, because it's getting better every time. To find out, buckle up. We need to go to Italy at its darkest.
Well, in Italy, nearly 800 people have died within the last 24 hours.
Shops, restaurants, schools, museums, all closed in cities across the country today.
Hospitals are filled and medical professionals overwhelmed and exhausted.
This is Bergamo, the dead center. It is apocalyptic, and of course here they're calling it the apocalypse.
A disaster is a tsunami.
But even in the darkest days of a global pandemic, Italians still know how to create beauty and joy. Their response was exceptional. Old and young, from southern islands to the Alps in the north, they came out to their balconies and rooftops with their guitars, trumpets, violins, and even pots and pans to perform their very own show. Once again, this time on a flash mob. To keep up the spirits and to display unity and to remind each other and medicals that they can go past this together. In joy or in sorrow, whether it's before a big final, a national protest, or even during a pandemic, these people use every opportunity to sing their national anthem. But every time they sing these few lines together, they attach more meaning and deeper feelings to it. And they tie these in common feelings together, which makes them feel more of a community, a strong sense of belonging. And finally, when they line up to sing it at a big event, it's not just those few lines spinning in their head. It's emotions erupting from the bottom of their hearts. A magic that makes them to scream, "We are ready to die."